Okay, so we are going to keep going with the speed run. Let's get rolling. Let's go. Let's play e4, maybe knight c3, maybe f4. Go c5. He's 2087, very serious chess player. Okay, let's go knight f3 here. I'll play c3, maybe d4 here. Wait, it's my move. Okay, let's take. Okay, I will go d5 here, hit the knight on c6. Let's take. Let's go knight c3, maybe f4 next move. I'll go here to guard. Also maybe something towards the queen, towards that. I think I can go here and like rook c1, pressure on c7. Let's go here and here. Let's go here, hit the rook. I can play bishop c3 here because if he takes, then I take, and then I take. Let's take. I can play e5. Let's go queen d4. Why is it squiggling around the board? Let's go e5. Okay, now I have g4 to trap the knight here because my queen holds, pawn holds, so he has no jumps. Okay. I'm looking at the piece. I'm actually usually looking at squares though more than pieces. I'm just trying to see where the pieces can go. I can play h4 and go here. Let's just go h4, takes, maybe queen e3. Let's take, go here. Maybe knight e6 next move, maybe rook e3, maybe h5, h6 is a move, maybe bishop c4 is a move. Okay, let's go queen e5, pressure on the king. This looks crushing because I can take, and I've got like the wheelhouse kind of. It's like, oh, isn't there some new XQC term by the way? Let's go check and mate. There's like the sun ray, right? The sun ray, yeah. I'll look at that later. Let me 1 second. Okay, he's gonna flag here, I guess. This will be win number 201, I believe. Yeah. 1 second. Let me update the score actually, because I'm gonna win this game. So give me 1 second. Okay. He's probably reporting me for cheating in the meantime. I disconnected. He will auto resign in a second. No, sorry. I have to do it this way, you guys, because it's like 3D, so I have to switch the scene to update the score. Let's go here and takes. Let's go e5, maybe d4, maybe bishop d3. Let's just take. Let's go here and takes, or cd3. Let's just play h4, h5, h6 maybe. Maybe knight g5, rook h3, rook f3. Maybe I go queen f3 here, put pressure on f7. Let's go here, target this. If takes, I just take. Maybe I take with a pawn, but I think I'm just gonna take with a bishop. I've got a very consolidated pawn structure here. 2016, maybe go back. Let's go here. Just gonna castle and play rook e1. Maybe, oh, I was trying to touch the rook and then whatever. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's go c4, maybe bishop b4, open up the diagonals. Queen g3 is an idea here. Queen h5 is an idea as well. Okay, I'm gonna play rook c1 again. He undoubled the pawns, so I should be doing pretty well here. There's a bubble on the board. Yes, that is my vision. Now he tries to line up the classic right triangle because he's trying to line it up, but then I just line up the wooden shield with the queen in the center of the board, and I hold everything, so his right triangle doesn't work. Let's go here and hit the queen. Maybe rook b1, hit the pawn on b7. Let's go here, target the juicer. Goes rook b8. I can play f4, f5, maybe d5, maybe c5 at some moment. Okay, goes g6. I'm just gonna go here and rook b2, maybe hit the pawn on b7. I also have g4, h5 at some moment to open up the king side too. Move the pizza with my eyes. I don't think you can do that. Maybe in the future with like Neuralink or something it'll be possible, but not right now. Okay, he's playing pretty well. I don't really like my position here, but it's playable. Takes, I just take. I feel like there should be something. Don't love it though. Wait, knight c4, can I maybe sack and check and mate? You know what? Let's just go all aboard the train. Let's go for a checkmate on the king side. Let's go all in. I'm just gonna go here and rook h2 and checkmate him. Basically, that's my idea. I'm pretty sure you can. I don't. Oh wait, did I just blunder? Wait a second. I gotta be careful. Wait a second. If I take and go queen, wait a second. I actually blundered knight d2. I thought I could just go here. Then he's got knight d2. I think I'm gonna take and go here. Maybe this is actually very dangerous. I have to be very careful. Let's go. This is very dangerous. I guess I take. This is really messy. Got to be very careful here. Okay, he goes queen c3, which I don't think is the right move. Wow, I've actually kind of got myself into a spot of trouble here. I can obviously wait. I can take maybe. Let's take and go check. It's very tricky. I might not win this game. I just realized. Let's go here. Queen g3. I have rook g2. I guess I've got to move faster. This is very dangerous. Let's go here because I have queen e6. Okay, I think I will go. Let's go check. Maybe I just take. Again, he's pinned, so he doesn't have any tricks. If he wasn't pinned, he could checkmate me, but he doesn't have pins. I think I'm winning now if I take. Still no rook moves, and I can just block the juicer. No matter where he checks, I just block him, and then I check him, and I mate him. So this guy played well. Came very close. He came very close to winning here. He probably had something at some point when I messed up this middle game where he might have been winning. Okay, I can go check. Can't move the rooks to the pin. If he takes, I just eat it. If he goes here, I check him and then I mate him. A very tricky game. Very beautiful checkmate. Just can't move the king because it's blocked. Okay, let's go e4 here. Maybe knight f3, maybe knight c3. Let's play the king's gambit actually. Let's keep going. Let's go here. I think you do a Sugan Diz for the prime. Thank you to Sugan. Appreciate it. Thank you to Sugan. Thank you to Loki for the prime. Volin, Kopolic, Potle, CR, and Skryia. Thank you. Let's go e5 here. Let's hit the knight on f6. I can castle. I can maybe play d4. I can maybe play h3. I'm just gonna castle here. I think I'm just gonna take and maybe go d4 and c3. I can play h3, but I think I'm just gonna go like c3, consolidate my center, maybe knight d2, knight. Again, the king's gambit is such a bad opening. I don't know why I play it. I'm just feeling like I'm in this kind of weird like romantic mode to play this romantic chess, but it's just really a bad opening objectively. Maybe I have knight a3 at some moment. Knight c3, knight d5. Let's go here, knight e4 next move. I have h3 also at the right moment, or knight b5 too. Oh, I think it's terrible. Yeah, no, I think it's terrible. No, I agree. I think it's terrible the tournament was decided by Armageddon. Again, this is always the problem with tournaments. Like, you have everyone talks about this nonstop and then no one actually does anything about it. Like, everyone's like, oh yeah, it shouldn't be, you know, you play 14 days or 15 days of hardcore chess and it's decided by an Armageddon game, and you're just like, what's going on, dude? Like, what is this? Just I had this, just gonna take, why not? I think I can go knight d5 here and rook c1. I also can play h3 to kick the knight back. I think I go knight d5 because I have a patented ice skater down the board coming up. Let's go here. If takes, I have I checkmate him. I have rook c1, ice skater, ice skater, ice skater, ice skater. Let's keep going. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the solution is, honestly, to tiebreakers. I really don't know. So I feel like it's been a problem in everything, but again, I feel like it's a symptom of classical chess. Again, it's like that's the symptom, is like you have tiebreakers and it's like you have ties and it's just a very balanced game. And so like you end up in these situations at the end of events where you have tiebreakers, and it's like, is this really how it should be decided? Because you can't have another slow game unless you like add extra days at the end. That's the problem. It's like in the World Blitz and Rapid, like if I play a tiebreaker against Magnus and Blitz, it's like, yeah, it's all good because we just played a Blitz tournament. You're like, oh yeah, of course it makes sense. But in a tournament that's not the same time control, then have it decided by basically a different format altogether, it leaves a lot to be desired. That's for sure. Let's go here. I'm just gonna drop back and take with the pawn probably. Okay, I'm gonna go b6, maybe bishop b7, maybe bishop a6 at some moment. Let's go. I can take, obviously. I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna give an honest take. Like, I mean, it's just my honest take. Let's take and go knight c5 here. Why does there have to be a first place? Because there has to be a first place. If there's not a first place, there's no winner. But then you ask the question, well, there are a lot of draws in chess and ties are very likely, so what's something must be wrong with the format too. Let's just go here and take the diagonal away. No, it is 200. I think it's actually 202 wins right now, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go here. I want to go here, use these double juicers to my advantage, basically. Let's go here and rook f8 and maybe queen e7. Everyone's a winner. Yeah, everyone's a winner. No prizes. Just everybody gets their participation medal and hee-haw, let's move on. Let's go here again. Great juicers in the center of rook d6, just rook d8. I'm just gonna go rook d8 here, trade off more juicers. Again, my opponent has terrible juicers in the middle of the board, so he's in really bad shape. Let's go g6 and just take with the queen. What is a juicer? A juicer is a juicer. It's pretty explanatory. Let's go here. It takes. Again, I'm building like all kinds of. This is almost a pirate boat here. Let's go here because takes. I just take. It's almost like I've got the smiley face here. It's almost a pirate ship, but on the other side I have like it almost is like exactly a pirate ship. Because I just need a pawn on d6 and then it's like, then it's a good old-fashioned pirate ship, like a fool pirate ship, not like the half pirate ship, but the fool pirate ship. Let's trade, and now I just take this juicer. I'm actually gonna gambit a juicer so I got jumbo squares for all my horses. Let's run this bad boy. This bad boy is going up the board, headed for the upgrade machine on a1 to become a queen. Okay, resigns. Let's keep going. Let's play the Scandinavian defense here. Let's go d5 and queen d5. I don't know if this is a blunder or intentional, but it should be fine. I feel like this is partially a result of having 13 games. Probably. I mean, I understand the format. They've had the format forever. I don't really have any issue with the format, frankly. Take. I don't know. Oh, what is... This dude's been watching too many Eric Rosen videos. He expects me to like blunder the cheese with takes, and I mean, he's already on 2 pawns. Why am I gonna blunder the cheese? Like, I'm just not gonna blunder the cheese. This guy's been watching too many Eric Rosen videos. It's like I saw an Eric Rosen video. There's a poll, by the way. How should ties be decided? Classical forever until W, just math tiebreakers, 2 rapid, and 6 blitz up to 8 blitz Armageddon, 2 blitz Armageddon. What about arm wrestling? I feel like that's another way you should decide it. Because it takes a lot of strength to have to you know, lift the pieces and move them. Maybe knight 6, maybe a6 next move. Okay, let's keep going. I think I'm just gonna go like here maybe and take with a pawn. Can take, obviously. Go check here. Okay, let's eat the juicer. We're gonna bring this down. We're gonna make the right triangle, threaten the right triangle to hit the king, hit the rook, connect, and just win the game. I can also castrol. Let's just castrol. Oh, I had queen e3, which won the game, but this still is winning too because of the pin. Take with check, collect the juicer on d1, and game over. Let's eat the juicers on the queen side. Let's go check, hit the king, hit the rook on d1. Oh, let's eat the rook. Okay, let's keep rolling. He wants a rematch, but I'm just gonna keep hitting the pool. We'll just keep going into the pool. Let's go g6, bishop g7. Play some more modern. Let's try to play a pterodactyl beefeater. He doesn't want any part of it, but I'm gonna try to induce him to play d5. Yeah, and so we do get the pterodactyl beefeater variation, so it's very beefy. Let's go d6, maybe queen a5, maybe just here and here. Thank you to Zeus for the tier 1. Thank you to Traponero for the 7. Is there a video? Thank you to JC for the 4, and Ender Wigan Enzo. Thank you so much. I already went over it, so there's some stuff. Yeah, let's go here again. I don't want to give him this jammer, so I'm gonna go knight f7 or maybe even h6. That looks wrong. I go here. The problem is, even though I have no dark square bishop around my king, his bishop is blockaded by all these juicers. Go here and collect, and again, bad pawns. If he could have had the bishop on b2 here without this pawn, he would at least be in the game, but this pawn kills the bishop. Let's just go here. Let's play positionally, trade off. He can't really ignore it because he loses a rook. Let's just go back. Let's take all the points, get refunded, by the way, you guys, just to be clear. Okay, let's go here. Fork the queen, fork the rook. Let's keep rolling. Let's go d4, maybe c4. Let's go knight c3 here, maybe e4, maybe f3. We're 900 points out, by the way. Let's play the same-ish variation of the Nimzo with f3 here. d5, of course. I want to build a big connect 4 basically in the center portion of the board, so that's why I do this. Let's go here, big connect 4 in the center here. Did I just say Ender Wigan? Yes, I did, of course. I mean, come on, Ender's Game. Who hasn't read Ender's Game? By Orson Scott Card, I believe. Yeah, Orson Scott Card. Yeah, great series. Make sure to read it. Let's go knight g3. Maybe I go g4 and go for maximum expansion on the king side if I can get the knight here with like this weird pawn tree on the horses. Who made my Twitch 3D overlay? Jaren is Caring. He made the overlay, so big shout out to Jaren is Caring. He's probably asleep right now. He lives in Alaska, and as you know, in Alaska, time is a little bit different. Let's take with a juicer, maybe knight g3, maybe g4 next move. Yeah, we're gonna go g4, knight g3. Also, his pawns don't really have scope, so eventually my bishops will get like massive scope on the diagonals because he gave up his bishop. Okay, let's just keep expanding. Let's go for the king side expansion. It might not be perfect, by the way, but I'm gonna go for it because I want to get this, like, I don't know what you call the structure. Even if here I get like the flying V with the horse behind it, like h4 h5. Let's go here. Now I hit the juicer on b5 with my other op, so it's like development, but I hit the juicer. I also have the horse jump. I also have this. I also have this. I also have that. I also have this. I also have this. I have everything. Let's just go. Let's just kick the horsey horse. The italic V. Yeah, italic instead of Times New Roman. Let's go bishop e3 here. Great ops. I mean, he's got some space on the queen side, but I'm just gonna steamroll him on the king side. I have knight h5. I also have h4 h5. Whatever, let's just go. I don't care. I don't care. You put the knight on c5. I don't care. I'm just steamrolling you on the king side with my pawns. I can play h6. I can also play like rook b1, which makes sense to stop b4. I mean, again, his king side is very iffy here. Okay, that's insane. That's an insane move because now my horse jumps to f5 and now he's in really bad shape. He's gonna get squished on the king side here pretty soon with my knight jumping. Knight on f5 or f4 is worth at least a pawn, so he kind of sees his error and he goes back, and he's fortunate because he can kind of get away with it. I can go knight h6, but I'm just going to be traditional here with knight d4, and I'm going to play like h6, maybe g6, or maybe just develop first. I mean, if f6 I have h6, so it's very tricky for black to play here. That looks like a very bad move. Let's go. He just closes all his counterplay, so I'm just gonna play something funny. I'm gonna go king d2 and run my king and just attack. My king is very safe because he has a bunch of pawns that are sort of protecting my king in a way. His pawns help me protect. Let's just keep rolling. King b2 again. My king is very safe. Look at this, very, very safe. Okay, now he's begging me to attack him, and I'm gonna attack him. I'm gonna go. I can obviously play h6. I can also go like bishop f4. I can also go f4 e5. I mean, so many options. Let's just go here. Let's just go for it. There's knight a6. I have h6 at some moment. I also can go like queen g1. Is b4 really a threat is one question I have to decide. I'm gonna take here. Because if I get h6 or rook, okay, he goes there. I'll go h6. Gonna have to go here. I'm gonna go here maybe. It's still very tricky. I kind of misplayed this. Let's just take and go check. Takes that way. I'll make it check. He has to block. I go like here and here maybe. This must be winning. I'm gonna go here. I mean, I'm gonna go for it. I don't know if it works, but I'm gonna go for it. It just looks too attractive to turn down. Let's go h7 here. I have this. I have this. His king is so wide open here. I also have e5 and bishop d3 as well. Lot of tricks here. Okay, goes king f7. That's actually a very logical move. I'm gonna try to get tricky here with like, I can make it queen. I can also go here. Let's go here and here, because now there are like all kinds of weird tricks with like, oh, queen d7 was checkmate though. I could have done that too, but anyway, we keep going. Yeah, it was not ideal by my opponent. Let's keep rolling. Let's assume I'm gonna get to 210. Let me just assume that I will win a few more, because we're like 205 already. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go here. Let's play the Hikaru can't. Playing Halvard HF, who is someone who watches the stream, so we do need to be careful. Let's play c5. Let's play the bot Vinnik Karl's defense by pushing the pawn up to c5 here. We go knight c6. e6 is obviously a move. Bishop d7 is a move. Queen a5. I think e6 is a move, but I think bishop g4 with e6 is also playable here. Do I stream? What do you mean, do I stream? Is that a joke? Is that a joke, my man? Let's go here. It wasn't checkmate in 1, but it's checkmate in like 3. I could go king g6 check, check on g1, queen, and queen h3 mate. Let's eat the juicer. Great position here. I have bishop d4 also. Can't eat with the bishop because he loses the queen. I mean, look at these diagonals. My two ops are causing massive damage. I can just take. Why not? Because he's still pinned. I'll just take, and I guess I'll go like rook c8 here. Knight e7, knight f6. Very, very pleasant times here. Very, very pleasant position. Maybe I have queen f6 even. I could have gone queen f6 right away. Okay, let's go here now. Let's line him up on the diagonal. He's in really bad shape, so I'm trying to just move my knights and just, he's just stuck. Thank you to PvP MRX for the Prime, HW McZizu with the tier 1 Me Cool for the 2 months. Thank you so much. Thank you to Adestrani for the 10 months. Let's go here in Castrol. A bullet speedrun, sure, but the problem with bullet in general and why I don't do it on stream is because, again, it takes away from the interaction, and I don't like, if I do it with bullet speedrun, I'm not gonna be interacting at all. That's the problem. Okay, I can play knight d4 here to hit the bishop and just move my horse away, I guess. Next move. He found a good move though. This is not as clean as it should have been. Okay, let's go here. Guard the horses, or the bishop. Sorry, I guard the bishop, and I'm free to move my horse next move. Did I see Charlie beat Levy with queen odds? No, I did not see that, but big shout out to Charlie. Charlie is a beast. Let's take this. If he takes this way, I fossilize him with the check and I collect the queen. If he takes this way, I fork him. He takes and then I hit all 3 thingies. I hit all 3 thingies here. Everything is under attack, and he can't actually, 4 things are under attack here. It's like, it's a right triangle, and then he also loses this. I also have this to fork this. Like, just a disaster. Let's keep going. Why don't I play mid lane for TSM? Very funny. Let's play the Dutch defense in honor of all the great Dutch people who are watching this. Let's play d5. Let's go f5 d5, knight f6. Let's play c6, maybe bishop d6 here. We'll play knight d7, maybe knight f8. Goes h3, which is definitely a move. I don't think it's considered the best move. I'm gonna go b5 and b4 maybe. Actually, I misplayed this because g4, there's a problem with this diagonal, but whatever, we keep rolling. Let's pre-move this. Any other board games I'm good at? I like card games. I've always liked card games, but board games, I mean, what, like Settlers of Catan? I mean, I'm not a big fan of the game. I've played it, but I mean, so you mean stuff like that? Like, okay, I'm gonna go here and just here. Oh, I blundered a juicer. What do I? Okay, he misplays it. He takes. And now I'm just fine. I play Monopoly, but yeah, snakes and ladders. Yeah, snakes and ladders, my kind of a game. How should ties be resolved? Thumb wrestling, more classical forever, just math tiebreakers. Okay, so winners were classical forever or thumb wrestling for how tiebreakers should be resolved in tournaments. Good stuff, good stuff. Thank you to Money Goblin for the tier 1. Thank you to Mikey for the gifted sub. I wasn't at Tata because I wasn't invited, and they couldn't invite players who weren't from Europe. That being said, I feel pretty confident they're not going to invite me anyway. They'll probably be mad about me saying what I said in regards to the situation earlier, so I don't really expect them to invite me anyway. I can play queen b6 and hit the pawn on b2 here. Okay, knight d1. I have g5 here. I can also just go queen e7 and takes and bishop e4. This is all pretty good for me. I have g5, maybe f4 at some point. I think I just castle, maybe rook e8. Pressure on the center here. Let's go here. I always have g5. I'm gonna go g5 takes and f5 because again, he's lacking development here in his center part of the board. Let's take and go here. Again, open up this diagonal. He's got an open line for the rook, but it's not really targeting anything, and he's a knight on the rim. You don't want your horses on the rim. The horses on the rim are very, very dim. Yeah. Do chess players have agents? Not really, no. But I mean, honestly, every January when I've had the chance, I've played the tournament in Gibraltar. That's my January tournament. It's warm, it's nice. That's my kind of thing. Let's go here, bishop e4 maybe. And honestly, in many ways, I mean, I know Tata still is a very important tournament, but I think in some ways, like Gibraltar has surpassed it as a tournament because you have so many top players who play in Gibraltar now, in a way that you never used to have. So in some ways, I feel like Tata still is past its prime, and events like Gibraltar have started to sort of like supersede it and have more importance. Let's just go here and let's go queen e4. Let's line up all kinds of batteries on the diagonal. Look at the batteries, all kinds of problems for my opponent. He's just got big problems on every square. He's also got this problem as well, which is a check and a check. I mean, really just disgusting position. Let's keep going. Let's go here, maybe e6, maybe d5, maybe c5 next move. Let's go here. Do I draw arrows when playing off stream? Not often, no. I don't think it actually helps though. I don't think it's like, I don't think it's good, I don't think it's bad. I think it's like kind of, it's very neutral. Brazil, thank you to Donkey Kong for the 6 months, Vault Vigo for the 2, and Nick Osakura for the 2 months. Let's go d5 here. Did I ever play Guitar Hero? Yes, I did. I have played Guitar Hero. Let's go c5 here. Thank you to Call Me Christoph for the 300 bits. Thank you so much. Let's just go here, maybe takes, maybe takes, maybe takes. Just take, yeah, of course for viewers it is very helpful. He takes with a pawn, which I thought was not right. I'm just gonna come back to cut off this pin. I break the pin on the diagonal. Now I can move the knights, maybe take. Thank you to X for the 2 months. Thank you, X for appreciate it. Thank you so much. Just take the pawn. But yeah, I would argue I think Gibraltar in many ways has surpassed Tata still in terms of like just the importance of a tournament in January, because everybody plays in Gibraltar now as well. Like it used to be Tata still had all the top grandmasters. Now like I played in Gibraltar many years. Vishwanathan Anand played, Ivanchuk has played, Levon has played, like, of course Levon has played because that's where the famous clip comes from, as everybody knows. So in some ways I feel like Gibraltar's kind of surpassed Tata. Okay, let's just kick the bishop and I'll drop back next move. Maybe I'll move knight c6. Great position, up a juicer, great. All my pieces are pretty consolidated here. I'm guaranteeing I won't get an invite. Hey, I mean, I'm just being honest. I will always be honest. Let's go here, hit the pawn, knight a4, maybe queen a7. Yes, I have played Tata. I actually won the tournament in 2011, so yes, I have played it. Let's go here, line up threats on both eat the juicer. But yeah, I have played in it, to be clear. Rut roast spaghetti-o. He's getting skewered here. Big problem. Thank you, call me Christoph for the prime, Rom for the 3, Johnny OP Potato for the 8 months. Thank you so much. Just eat the juicer. Let's go rook a8, eat the juicer. Okay, I'm just gonna take. I don't need to, but it's all just winning. Raid what? Raid Shadow Legends. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go e4, knight c3. Yeah, okay, let's keep going. Let's go here, maybe play out 4. We'll play the Vienna here. Maybe bishop c4, maybe knight f3. I'll play this first. Again, we've had this position many times already. How come Magnus underperformed? I think Magnus, he underperformed. What is 30? What's going on? Did I get a raid, or are you guys just literally trolling me? I didn't get a raid. Thank you, Dapper Danny, for the 2 months. Let's go here. Yeah, you guys are trolling me. You're debating me, but good one. Stock guy? No, you're kidding me. I'm not getting a raid from the stock guy, am I? No, you guys are kidding me, right? No, you guys are kidding me, right? Oh my gosh, am I really getting a raid from the stock guy? Are you guys trolling me? You guys are I think you guys are trolling me, but I don't know for sure. Let's keep going. Whoa, thank you to the stock guy for the raid with 18,586. Thank you to the stock guy for the raid. I am currently playing chess at the moment, but while I play chess and do the speed run that I'm currently doing, where I'm trying to boost my elo, which is currently 2118 up to 3,000, I will take a short break and talk about stonks for a little bit, since I did get a raid from the stock guy. So thank you so much once again to the stock guy for the raid. I saw that his channel's been blowing up. He was doing he was doing a stream, I believe, with AOC the other night, talking about stonks. I don't know what's going on today. I haven't been following super close to today. I am currently holding AMC. I do not hold GME. I think the upside is kind of limited at this point, because again, the hedge funds, like I've seen, actually speaking broadly, I've noticed a lot of people have been kind of talking about the options market and saying how I think there was something saying that on Friday that like AMC and GME, a bunch of calls were coming into the money, so that there would be shares and hedge funds would have to cover. That's not generally how it works. That just means there are going to be a bunch of calls which are exercised, but that doesn't mean that like the hedge funds have to close out their position. Potentially, of course, the stocks keep going up, the interest rate will go up and they keep hemorrhaging money, which will of course lead to the final short squeeze. But yeah, I don't have a strong take. I don't think it's over yet, obviously, since I'm holding on to AMC, but I do think it's going to be limited. I don't think it's like there isn't unlimited capital, despite of course the massive amount of liquidity in the market right now. I don't think we're going to have it's going to be like system wide. Like, I mean, SLV was up like 20% to open, and by the close, by the close it was up what, like 5%. I'm not using fancy buzzwords, but since we got a raid from the stock guy, I mean, since I'm at a rating where I don't need to focus a lot yet, I can multitask. Let's take the pawn. So what I would say is a couple things. First of all, I think we're at a critical. Thank you to the stock guy. Oh, again, for the double rate, I guess, for 750. Thank you so much. We're at a critical point. I've noticed that the VIX is at 33, but more importantly, we're sitting around 11K, at least going into today in the NASDAQ, which means that we've essentially given up all of the gains that the market had post-election. So we're at a very critical moment from a technical standpoint, I would add. and we'll see what happens, but it's very it's a spot where I think if we don't hold these levels, there could be a serious downswing. Today was up on the day. Yeah, I was talking about prior to today, because we were sitting at the 11k mark. We're sitting at the 11k mark, which is right where we were, I believe, pre-election on like November 3rd. So the markets had a huge bounce post. Maybe knight f3 here, hit the rooks, fork them, win the game. But yeah, I mean, my general attitude is that I think some of them, like, I thought AMC was very bullish the way it held when like GME was down, and BlackBerry I think turned green at some point. But a lot of the meme stocks I noticed were actually red for most of the day, with the exception, I think, like Bed Bath and Beyond also was red. They might have turned green. I haven't been looking lately, but yeah, I thought that was actually a very bullish divergence. Let's keep going. But yeah, I mean, I think GME, I don't think GME is done either. I don't think it has huge upside where it can go up like 100%, but I do think that certainly there is still upside. I think it'll probably bounce around this area, but the problem is if it bounces in like the 300-400 level, like the problem is at some point people are going to get tired because they've gotten used to the huge upswing, and so then people end up selling, which, yeah, we'll see. Let's go knight f3 here, bishop c4. Let's go here, hit the bishop, move the queen. But once again, big shout out to the stock guy for the raid. It's great to see people covering the stock market, trying to give retailers more information. So it's really good to see. So big shout out to stock guy once again. SPC has been printing for me the last 2 weeks. Is SPC Virgin Galactic? Is that what that is? I don't remember that off the top of my head. But anyway, when am I selling AMC? I mean, I'm just gonna hold it. I think the difference to me between like AMC and GME is that GME, I don't feel like there's a catalyst post COVID necessarily, whereas with AMC, I mean, I'm not saying that it'll go up a lot because obviously Netflix has been killing it, but I do think people are going to be going out, people will be watching movies, and so forth. So I think there is actually potential upside that's not baked in yet. What did I buy it at? I bought it at 16 originally, and then actually on Friday I bought post market at like 13.1 I think, or 13.2, I forget where it was, but I bought some post market on Friday as well. Buy high, sell low, pog you. Exactly, yes. Let's go G3, consolidate my pawn chain here, and we keep rolling. Oh, I'm not saying they won't lose. I'm not saying they won't lose market share. Obviously, that could happen, but I do see an upside catalyst beyond simply just the beyond the short squeeze. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it will happen. I'm just saying I think there are more outs. There are more exit strategies. They're more catalysts, I would say. I have a 110 GME put strike, but the problem with doing calls right now in GME is because the IV, the implied volatility, is like 600 or whatever insane number it is right now. Like, you need huge moves. It's like I was looking the other day, and when you have to pay like a premium, you have to pay like a $10 premium, if not more, on something that's like, you know, 20% out of the money. It's just like, I don't know. I don't think the odds are in your favor generally. That's why you want to catch something like when the IV is low and a big move is not expected, and then you catch a big move and smack bam, you get your 500%. Thank you to Rangerman for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Just taking castle. How did I learn about investing? I learned about investing because when I was very young, there was a neighbor of mine. I grew up in New York. There was a neighbor of mine. I think they were on the floor below me. They were friends with my parents. It was this very nice Indian couple, and the guy was he was like, he wasn't a financial advisor per se, but he wrote a lot of books, and he wrote a book kind of on just like sound investing and being smart and just like mutual funds, because obviously this is pre ETFs, and so that's kind of how I got into it. And then of course I ended up reading Bogle's book. Was it Mutual Funds for the Long Run, or no, sorry, I'm thinking of Stocks for the Long Run by Jeremy Siegel, but I forget what it was called. It's very easy to look up, but there was a mutual funds book that I read, and then I read of course Stocks for the Long Run by Siegel and a bunch of other stuff. Let's go Rook D1 here. No, not Benjamin Graham, no, but I'm just giving you the origins. Let's play A4 B3, consolidate my queen side and hold everything. Let's take, let's go Queen D3, B3, good position here, maybe G4 at some moment. The intelligent investor, yes, of course. but I mean that was a long time ago at this point. Actually, you know, I think the book that I really liked the most, there were two books I really liked. I mean, I thought Random Walk was pretty good by Malkiel. There was some other book by Ellis, I forget what it's called. It's one of those old classics that I don't remember right off what it is, but Too Many Wrinkles in My Brain. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go here and take but yeah, I did read Kramer's book, and that's like one of the, I mean, all due respect, like one of the books which I literally picked up nothing from. So yeah, picked up nothing from it. I don't have to say I'm not a financial advisor, because I'm not advising anything. If I was like suggesting or making claims, then that's one thing, but I'm not. I'm just talking about my background. This game's not going well. Not well at all. Just take and go here, maybe. No, let's take and go here. It's gonna be hard to win. I'm up on the clock at least. Maybe King G2, King H3. Let's go here, King H3. I thought it was pretty funny though that speaking of people who play chess, so everyone knows that Martin Shkreli, the former CEO of Turing Pharmaceuticals, he played chess, and I thought it was funny when I found out that like before he started like his own fund and kind of did all the pharma, became, you know, was one of the pharma bros, that he actually did work for Kramer's hedge fund. I thought that was really funny to find out. Let's go here, maybe Bishop C7, collect the juicers. Let's go here, hit the pawn on F6. I can also start to open up both sides of the board here. Let's go here, use this pawn, win the game. Let's keep rolling. Let me see what my score is now. My score is, how many games have I won? We are up to 212, so let me update it. Just give me 1 second. Sorry that I have to change the layout 1 second, but I actually, it's 3D, so I kind of have to use multiple scenes. Let's keep going. Let's play the King's Gambit opening. I gambit a pawn. Let's go here, maybe Bishop C4. Let's go Bishop B5. I think I'm just gonna castle, maybe D4, maybe Knight C3. Put pressure in the center of the board here. Keep playing aggressively. It's an eye tracker speedrun, so we're trying to run our elo up to 3,000. Currently we're 2126. So trying to run the elo up. Let's go B4 A4. Try to attack my opponent. The goal is 3,300. Very, very funny, Chess Bay. Very, very funny. 3,300, yes. If that's the goal, then I'm going to probably be using this account from now on. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Big shout out to everybody who's watching. Thanks for the raids. I think we've gotten like 5 raids today. It's crazy. Thank you, Dugo the Bedhead for the tier 1, Roaster Eggy for the Prime, Call Me Christoph for the gift sub, Rocket Dub for the 15, Limelight for the 2, Barley DC, Ted for the 2 as well. Thank you so much. Let's take the juicer. Maximum elo, my highest elo ever was 3332 on my main account, so I've been pretty highly ranked, but I haven't been there in a long time. It's probably been over a year now. Thank you to Non-Defeatist for the Prime. Thank you so much. Let's go here, hit the juicer on A6. Let's take, and let's take the pawn. Okay, his king is weak, his queen is weak. I'm just going to take. The queen's weak. I hit this pawn on F7. Pressure on the rooks, and this should be winning. Also, by the way, once again, you guys, even if you're not going to sub to the channel, make sure to hit that follow button up in the corner. That helps a lot with more exposure, more sponsors, and you also get updated when we go live and all the other notifications. So make sure to click follow. My opponent just hung his queen. You never want to hang your queen in the game of chess. The queen is very powerful in the game of chess. The queen is like the Federal Reserve or the hedge funds. The queen is like super OP and super powerful, and you know, all of us we're like the little pawns out here. I might be a knight, but we're all like, generally we're like the little pawns. So yeah, the queen is super powerful. So if you lose your queen, like bad things are gonna happen. Let's go knight here in D4. Let's go D4. Maybe takes, maybe H3. I'll take with the queen, play bishop E3. Let's go here, trade some stuff. Let's take. Let's go queen D4. Just castle, maybe knight G3, maybe rook D2. I've got to break this pin because a rook is worth more than a bishop or a knight. So I break this pin. I move the knight. Bishop is staring at empty squares and no threats at all. Okay, my opponent's bishop is a little bit iffy here. No real good squares because my horse will eat it. So he's kind of about to lose a horse or a bishop, which is worth 3 points. Let's go. I think I'll just go back. His bishop is very poorly placed. He goes b4. Move my knight here. I can even move my knight to the wing. I'm gonna move my knight to the center of the board maybe and just take. Yeah, it's worth 3 points. So I play chess every day. Not every day. I didn't play chess the last 2 days actually. I blundered a pawn. Shoot. Oh, I blundered a pawn. Okay, let's go here and take, I guess. A little bit iffy, wasn't paying attention, but I'm still much better because I'm gonna win some materials. Yeah, I'm using a Toby 5 eye tracker for those of you guys who are wondering. I can go here. I think mainly I just have to move quickly. If I move quickly, good things will happen. So I have king d1, I have rook f4 back. I maybe have tempted ice skater at the back of the board at some point too. That's a great move. Let's go here and take. What do I play other than chess? I mean, I've played Among Us here and there. I've played I've played auto chess. I want to play some TFT at some point. When I was young, I used to play StarCraft a little bit as well. I think the game that I played the most in 2020 was actually Valorant after chess, which is pretty funny because that's not like the game that I really think of as having played the most. But anyway, anywho, let's not G. Maybe I just go. I've got to do something. 1 second. I've got to figure this out. Dude, not there. I'm just gonna guard here. I'm just gonna guard the pawn. I also threatened to fossil his bishop when I push because the rook moves side to side as well as up and down. So it's like the classic box here. I just go here and he can't eat it because he loses this. It's still guarded as well. So my rook is like triple function here. Why wasn't I at Tata? They were not able to invite people due to COVID restrictions who were not already on the European continent or didn't have a European passport. Let's take. Okay, I just moved my king. He gets his double stack, but it's not any good because I just used the horse to guard. And now long term, my rook should be active. I should be able to win this. Let's go here. He can't take, so I take the rook. It depends on the situation, but what I would say. Oh, he's gonna get checkmated here now. What I would say, generally speaking, about chess is in endgames, bishops can be better than knights. But normally, unless you're a really you're a grandmaster, or you're at the elite levels, I think knights are actually easier piece to understand and use for the most part. Let's play the Tarrasch defense, named after Siegbert Tarrasch, the famous entertainer from MGM Grand. Let's go knight f3, maybe c3, maybe knight e2 next move. Let's go c3 here, maybe take the pawn, move the king to g3. Let's keep going. I'm gonna play h4, maybe bishop d3, maybe knight e2. Oh, this is a very kind of aggressive setup. You push all the pawns and up. It's amazing how little he looks around. Yeah, I mean, I'm generally looking at the piece placement more than specific squares. Oh, that reminds me, now that we said that, not to talk about stonks again, but what is MGM? 29.27. So it's had a run, but not a huge run. Because I remember I bought MGM a while back. I bought some calls. Maybe it was March. It was a long time ago. Made a little bit of money, and the stonk was at like 15 bucks. So it's had like 100% appreciation, but I would have expected more. Actually, Penn, I feel like maybe Penn Gaming's had a bigger run up. Let's go here. Maybe take the pawn. Maybe knight g5 next move. Okay, I'm gonna line up a battery here again. Line up the bishop and the queen to go for sauce on h7. Let's just go all in. G4, G5, H5. Steamroll him up the king side. Let's go. Not G5, maybe F5. I think H5 is right. I still want to go G5. Still want to go Queen D3. He has no way to attack my center. The pawns are very stable here in the center. So this looks pretty good for me. Thank you to J-Man Low with the Prime, XX Fritz with the Prime, Reek with the Tier 1, Azriel Durimas with the Prime, and Stoic for the 6 months. Thank you so much. I'm going to play G5, maybe open up the king side here. When I played something like Minecraft or GTA, I played GTA a couple of times on stream, in fact, last year. Minecraft just doesn't, I don't know. I don't get the craze about it. I don't know. I just don't get it. If I'm just being honest, it's just I don't get it. Let's play a3 and stop any jumps to b4 here. Play h6 or g6 here. Will there be an arena today? Probably I'll do a view arena later on. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go queen d3 here, maybe line up some threats on this diagonal here. Should be good. Have I ever played League? I've tried it a couple times off stream. There's such a huge learning curve. It's just so hard. Eye tracker is following the squares that I move my pieces to now. I can trade, but again, my opponent's so passive here that I want to go for the kill. I want to attack him on the king side. I did give him this, but I can move my bishop back, I can rotate everything. His king, all my forces are massing towards his king. You see, there's one knight defending. I've got pawns, I've got a rook, I've got a queen, I've got a bishop. Everything is angling towards where his king is. So let's go here. Get out of anything on this line. I'm gonna go here. I'm probably gonna go here and rook g1, or maybe just a4. I want to keep everything as close as I can on this side, because at some point his king is going to get checkmated over here on this side. Let's go here. Now I'm ready. I have my knights, I have my queen, my bishops. Everything is positioned really perfectly here. Just go all in. His king has one knight as protection. That's never going to be a knight, or that's never going to be enough. When you're playing chess, you need a lot of pieces. Like, can you imagine King Edward with like one knight protecting him? Let's just take. I mean, I feel like my pawns are mating him. Let's go. Wait a second. Let's go check, check, check. Let's go check. I think he's just checkmated here. Here, it's mate. Let's keep rolling. Play f5 here. Thank you to Noctis Firma, and thank you to Yosami for the prime. Thank you to Kovalence for the 500, Duke of Rabbit as well for the 500 bits. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Okay, let's go 94 here. Maybe I missed checkmate in one. I didn't see a checkmate in one. Maybe there was one. I didn't mate in one on what move. I didn't understand. Refresh the wins. Let's see, how many wins do I have? Again, I have it on my other, because again, like for example, if I close this, you guys can see it's actually 3D and interactive. So like I actually have to update the score on another window. 1 second. Let's just take and go here. Maybe it's actually very dangerous. See, how many wins do I have? I have 216, so I assume I'm gonna get to 220. So give me 1 second. Let me update this. Let's go. Very dangerous position. I need to be very careful here. Let's play knight d7. Maybe takes and bishop g7. This is actually very, very dangerous. How many screens? I have 2 screens, 2 monitors. Okay, I think I just take and go here. Again, my bishop is in the game. He can trade, but he doesn't really have enough on the wing here. It should be very good. Okay, that's a good move. I'm gonna play. Ooh, that's a very. Let's go here. I don't know if this is right. Because if he takes, I can take. If he pushes, I come back. It's very messy. This could be really bad for me, but we'll see. We'll see if I can survive somehow. Maybe I go checker. I got to do something on this side of the board. Thoughts on shogi? I love shogi. It's a Japanese version of chess. It's a great game. Very hard to understand, but I like the game. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna take and go here. This pawn is really a thorn in my side. Maybe I had e6 there, but let's go e6, consolidate. I've got a really nice pawn chain. I can play like queen e7, castle, maybe bishop d6. I have bishop g4 if he castles here. Pretty soon, a few hundred points. Okay, that's a good move. I'm just gonna hit the rook here. I'm probably castling queenside, but I don't actually know. Yeah, I think I do. I have to castle this way because now if he castles, he loses the juice. Or I also have d4. Still a very tricky position. Shogi stream, that would be way too random. Okay, I go here. No tricks because he was trying to win the producer. Now he goes rook c1, which is an okay move. The problem for my opponent is by doing this move, he actually creates problems because now he can't where's his king going exactly? He basically has put him in a spot where his king, he doesn't really have a good space for the king. He can keep it in the center, but that could be a big problem. Okay, but this is a big blunder because now if he takes, he loses the juicer. Now I hit the queen and my queen laterally holds. Okay, but this has to be really bad. C5 bishop g5, I guess is idea. Let me think how I do this. I can also play d3 here. I'm just gonna play d3 and he goes here and then I just move the queen over. Again, he can win a rook, but my pawns are really going down the board very hardcore here. Okay, goes bishop g4, probably a good move. Let's just go here. Oh, that was an awful move by me. Why did I do that? That was an awful move. Awful move. He misses he had a huge chance there. He could have probably won the game. If he had played rook takes h7, he wins. But now it gets very messy because I have checks. And I also have checkmates coming too. Wait a second. Okay, let's take. I have check. Let's go check. Let's go check. And now he loses a rook because he can't keep the king to protect it. Yeah, we get the win. Thank you, John 215 books for a 7th. Thank you, George Nito for the prime. Florian Holmes for the prime. Thank you, Z-Lot for the prime as well. Casting a viewer chess league? No, I haven't, but I'm always open to ideas. Let's go here in knight f3. Shout casting, yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, we're gonna get something very similar to what I just had, where I'm basically building like the I don't know what you call this, like the let's just go here again just for the memes. Look at all my pawns. Everything is on dark squares here. Look at this. Everything's on dark. I've got like the I don't know what you call this formation, but let's go here. The great wall of China. Okay, let's go bishop e3 here, maybe bishop c2, maybe knight e2. Okay, now the problem for my opponent as well, he has kind of closed the side of the board. It's not completely closed because even if he goes here, I go back. I think I'm gonna play. I think I'm just gonna let's just go here. I don't know if it's the right move, but it makes some sense, I guess. Okay, he goes f5. Very strange move that I don't understand at all. So I'm gonna go here to tickle the pawn. Maybe I go b4 here. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna move my king, get my king to a better square because he can't really. Okay, but I can always go here if I want to. Let's just attack. Because if he goes bishop d8, I go bishop e8. It's still very tricky. Podcast with Levy. Yeah, we're gonna start that on March 1st. We moved it back. Thank you to Machincher for the 5 gifts. Thank you to Machinshot for the 3, or Machincher for the 300 bits as well. Thank you so much. Let's take. And now my opponent's position kind of collapses because his whole king position just gets exposed here. Even if he goes here, I just eat it with the horse. Horse's guard, and they attack the queen. Again, horse's support attacks the queen. Now he's down 2 juicers. Soon to be many more. Goes there. I'm gonna go here, aiming up the other fork, the traditional tri-fork. Thank you to the Phonetic for the 4 months, Tufel for the tier 1, Little F Door for the prime, Ramin with the prime, ARE Pre for the prime. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Thank you. I can just eat the juicer even. I can also make it just a check. Let's just make a check and take with a pawn. Let's go rook e1. This queen and this bishop is all my man has, so I'm just going to take and go here. I'm up 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. My opponent has 1 2 3 4. He's not doing great, as you guys can tell. I can also just eat another juicer, but let's just get rid of the queen. Since I have so many more pawns on the board, I'm more than happy to just trade. Let's just go here, knight d4 or rook h5. Very happy times. Thank you to Dangity Mikey for the gifted sub. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Now the only thing I have to be careful of is that when I move my knight, there's no check here. That's the only thing. So now I go here, no check because the rook covers, no capture either, very importantly. I just go here, attack his queen again. I mean, I'm gonna get another. This is gonna be the Great Pyramid of Giza coming up. Let's just take. If I can get this pawn here, it already kind of is the Great Pyramid. Just take. Or actually, it's not the Great Pyramid. It's just the pyramid. Sorry, it's not the Great. Anyway, let's just take. Let's keep rolling.